All right, so this Monster Mash is in the key of G. So you'll see that there is 1 sharp and F sharp throughout the whole entire piece. And this is a 50s chord progression. So this means it is going to go through the chord progression of 1, 6, 4, 5. In this case, a 1 is a G chord. The 6 is an E minor chord. The 4 is a C chord. And the 5 is a D chord. There's going to be 2 measures of each of these. I'm going to show you the left hand bass line because it's going to follow this chord progression. So again, that's going to be G major for 2 measures, E minor for 2 measures, C major for 2, and D for 2. So it's going to start down here on the bass. So whenever we're doing the G chord, we're going to use G and down a 4th to D. So you have G, G, D, D, G. G, G, step down to F sharp, and then now the 1 for E. So E and a 4th below E, so E and B. E, E, B, E, B, E. Let's reach up to this interesting little figure we have here in the bass line. B, A, G, E, leading to C, C, G, G, C, B, A, G, D, D, A, A, D, C, B, A. And I've had this lead right into the chorus. I've actually skipped over the verses just because this is mainly spoken word. It doesn't translate to piano the best, so I've kind of made up some other interesting things to make this a piano piece, but with having the chorus of the Monster Mash. So in the opening figure, we're going to be using our same chords, but they're going to be up very high. This is going to be our G chord. When we go to the measures of E minor, it's going to be based off of this, so it's very close to the G chord. It's G, B, E rather than G, B, D. And then the C chord is going to be G, C, E, again very close by, and then up a step to D, which is A, D, and F sharp. So here's how the progression goes when you're in G. So I'm just replacing D with E sometimes. Now I'm going to go to the E minor chord. So sometimes it's going to be E and sometimes it's going to be F sharp. And to the C chord, so G, C, E. Then D chord. And here we have some triplets. I threw these triplets in because it's very 50s chord progression to have triplet 8th notes sometimes. And so that rhythm will sound like this. Then we have the chorus to Monster Mash. Then a little bit of the spoken word kind of put it into melody. D, B, E, G. Rest are A's. Now if you're going to repeat this section, which you're going to be playing this often throughout here, kind of mix and matching each section as you wish, you're actually going to return to the last 3 8th notes from measure 8 to complete that little figure. How you'd repeat back to measure 9. The left hand from all of these measures is actually the same chord progression. So we're just going to apply that from 9 to 13, and then let's take a look at the last part. Now this is the part that I sort of made up to kind of go along with the song and the chord progression that we already had, and just add a little bit of a piano quality so you can continue the song but not literally play the same thing a million times. So here, the chords or the measures based off of the G, we're going to start off with an octave of G and then to the G chord. Octaves F sharps, then E to the E minor. We're putting in some more triplets, because if you're going to use triplets once, you might use them several times. So this one's going to go E, D, E, C, leading to measure 21. C, D, E, D. D, C, B, A, leads right back to measure 17. Here you can, instead of the last three notes, instead of the last B, A, you can actually go back to measure 8 again, so that way you can go back into the section that is the chorus at measure 9. Thank you so much for joining me for this tutorial on the Monster Mash. I hope you really enjoyed